Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of Los Angeles Bias. As usual, I'm your host, Russell, here at the University of Southern California, and I think I should probably just stop. If my voice sounds anything like it does in my ears right now, I should just stop. This is bad. Oh, hold on. Okay, so that's a little bit better. I look a little bit better, but I don't really sound much better. But you know what? That's okay. That just shows you how hard I screamed and cheered for the USC Trojans last night because, wow, did they need it. Before we jump into all the football stuff, before we jump into the, Darnold versus Rosen, the Pac-12 refs or anything like that, let's go ahead. Let's jump into the last tailgate of the year, my last tailgate as an undergraduate student. This will include some footage from the Conquest celebration the Thursday night before the game, as well as all just the amazing friends and family who came out to the final tailgate of the year. So go ahead, enjoy that, and we'll be right back.
Sam Darnold! And the rest of our crew, I'm gonna pass it on! I'm gonna pass it off to Lieutenant Russel, here he is.
For you, Marissa. This is for the chef. Ready? That's for Marissa. The chef returns.
Is it a picture?
Oh, it's a video.
Oh my goodness.
Tell your Marty family, say hi. Maybe it's a video. There you go.
Ready? Now for the long trek to the Coliseum. This is gonna be a long one. Let's do this. It's going right now. You gotta kill it. Oh, she's gonna do it. Will she do it? So from that little montage, I have a ton of huge shout outs to give out to just all the amazing friends and family who really helped make this entire football season something to remember. Whether it be Matt, Karina, Celine, Elise, the entire Todd and Madu clan in there, Kelly, Paige, Dave, Coach Arlene, a family that tailgates together, stays together. Thank you guys all so much for coming out. And thank you for the sandwich, by the way. Very delicious. And just anybody else who I may be forgetting, the entire Nikkei board who helped me throw all these amazing tailgates, the Hop SC board, the mixed SC board. Rio was in there again. All these just amazing people. I'm sure I'm leaving out so many of you, but I just want you all to know you all mean so much to me, and thank you all so much. But with that, let's go ahead. Let's jump to the football stuff. So with a final score of 28-23, your USC Trojans defeat the UCLA Bruins in the Coliseum. That makes it 3 in a row for USC. If I had one word to describe this game, it would unfortunately be unsatisfactory. I honestly expected USC to win this game by a score of like 48-21. I thought USC was going to be able to pound the ball down UCLA's throat. UCLA has one of the worst rushing defenses, not only in like D1, but like all of college football. Something like 125 out of 130. It's terrible, but we were only able to get something like 160 yards on the ground or something like that. I think, the reason for that would probably be because this is a rivalry game. That was the one thing I think a lot of people were forgetting about this game. You have to throw out a lot of the numbers, throw out the records, anything like that. You just have to focus on the fact that this is USC versus UCLA. Both of these teams were going to come out and play no matter what. It was a little sloppy, but you could tell that both teams really wanted this W. USC did come out on top out of just, I think, a pure talent standpoint, but UCLA came to play. Josh Rosen came to play. I guess with that, let's go ahead. Let's jump into Josh Rosen. He really put on a show today, or last night, I suppose, with 421 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 1 very costly interception to Marvin Vaughn in the end zone. Josh Rosen definitely won the battle of the quarterbacks. Excuse me. Last night against Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold got the W, but Josh Rosen was the one who definitely increased his draft stock, even though in the end this game was not really about draft stock. For Sam Darnold, I think he just wanted the W. I don't think Sam Darnold really cares about where he goes in the NFL draft, if he even decides to go into the draft this year. That'll be a later episode though. But Josh Rosen definitely had the better game, and I think that's mostly because of Jordan Lasley and Theo Howard. Holy crap. Jordan Lasley, first of all, had one of the best catches of the year. The one play that Jack Jones is able to make this year, he swats the ball, bounces off Biggie's helmet, and then Jordan Lasley comes down with the ball. Jordan Lasley had 204 yards and 2 touchdowns. That's absurd. Sam Darnold did not have as pretty of a game. 264 yards, 0 touchdowns in the air, but 1 very nice rushing touchdown.
Oh, Sam.
And a couple other very nice rushes. He had 1 interception, which was pretty much just like a punt. It was 4th down. He threw the ball just to get it out of there. It pretty much ended up being a punt, so it wasn't really the biggest deal in the world. He did have that one terrible play before half. He was 3 for 3, going down the field, 45 seconds. He ends up wasting 14 seconds on a rush, just trying to get the ball into the end zone. It fails to get out of bounds, and misses the opportunity to score any points before half, and that could have really affected the game. He was able to spread the ball out. Steven Mitchell got some good playing time. Tyler Vaughn's had an amazing catch. Ronald Jones, I mentioned last week that he needed about 131 yards to pass up that OJ guy. I'm not sure who he is either, but he only got 122 yards in this game, when I definitely expected him to get a little bit more. He himself was a little disappointed after the game, but he did get 122 yards, 2 touchdowns. I'm sorry. There it is. It's just going to sneak in there. 2 touchdowns. They were very nice bull rush touchdowns. No massive plays, but when you get him on the 2-yard line, he's going to punch the ball in just like this. But I want to talk about this one play, and everyone around the nation was talking about this one play, and frankly, it was the punt that fooled America. Holy cow. There's a lot of things that go into a rivalry, especially a rivalry like USC versus UCLA. Not only is it one of the great sports rivalries in the nation, it's one of the great academic rivalries too. I believe recently we're both ranked 22 in the nation, or 25 in the nation, something like that academically. And so both schools take shots at each other, saying, "Oh, we're better at this. You're better at this. We're better at this. No, we're better at this." Blah 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 blah. I love the fact that we were able to have this fake punt return touchdown against UCLA, making them just look foolish, and I have it on film. Here it is right here. what an amazing play that was. Like I said, we fooled the entire nation. We definitely fooled everyone in Los Angeles. Gosh, they fooled me. I'm not gonna pretend like I wasn't like fooled. They got me completely. Frankly, I was following the coverage team. Why would the coverage team run left if the ball's going right? And UCLA's punter asked the exact same thing. But it was fantastic to see Michael Pittman scamper down the sideline, practically untouched into the end zone for the first points of the game. And for my first TV appearance of the day that day, I'm just going to show you like what I have here.
To USC's credit, they had the punt return man went to the right, drew the entire punt coverage team with him.
That's right. We'll jump into more of that later, but that was kind of cool. But yes, that definitely started off the USC Trojans strong. It was really, really cool to see that. But with that, let's go ahead. Let's jump into the dude of the day. And it was very difficult to think of a dude of the day for this game. Frankly, nobody played spectacularly. Rojo, it's funny to say 122 yards and 2 touchdowns was a little disappointing. But for UCLA defense that gives up about 300 every game, I expected a little bit more. I thought he was going to have this huge run. I just kept on waiting for it. Oh, he's going to have a 40-yarder here, a 50-yarder. He's going to have a 90-yard touchdown right now. And he did not, and that's unfortunate. But I'm actually going to give this Dude of the Day award to somebody on the defense who played his last game in the Coliseum, was very emotional about it. Uchenna Nwosu had about 10 tackles. He did have one of USC's 4 sacks. He had a bunch of rushes. I believe he had a blocked... I believe he knocked down a pass. He played his heart out. He knew the stakes were high. He knew this was his last home game in the Coliseum. So, Uchenna Nwosu, here is your Dude of the Day award. Mostly for you playing your heart out, just like a true Trojan should. If you want to claim your prize, you know where to find me. Congratulations on really making the best of your last game in the LA Coliseum. Holding down Josh Rojan, which was an extremely difficult thing to do, especially when you weren't getting a ton of help from your secondary. But with that, yes, I know I was on TV for a couple of seconds there.
How do you handle this situation? Well, 7 plays, 79 yards. Answer.
Yes. Wait. Yes. We know we were on TV. We made it on TV. Stop blowing up my phone, please.
I was just receiving dozens of texts, Snapchats, messages, whatever, just saying, hey, I think we just saw you on TV. Hey, we just saw you on TV. I was sitting next to Matt as usual. His entire family decided to text him, all with like the same screenshot of just us on TV. Not the most flattering picture in the world. More people saw me in those 2 seconds on ESPN than anybody's ever seen me in my 3 years of acting. So that's an amazing feeling. But, it's just, what a way to end my senior year at the Coliseum, to be thrown on TV twice, have everyone recognize me, so that's pretty cool. But, yeah, that was my final game as an undergraduate student in the LA Coliseum. It was a crazy, crazy experience. It's been an amazing, amazing couple of years here at USC. 6 years ago, Tyler, one of my best friends, he took me to the UCLA USC game back in 2011, where USC defeated UCLA 50-0. That's right, I was at the 50-0 game with the white surrender unis worn by UCLA, and then boom, here we are 6 years later. I get to watch USC defeat UCLA one more time in the LA Coliseum. And that's it. I mean, it was a very emotional game for me. I was able to do pretty much everything I wanted. I got to do this. For those of you who don't know, a danger dog is something we call, like, there are a bunch of vendors outside. They're not permitted or anything like that. They just have these bunch of stoves outside. They cook up these hot dogs wrapped in bacon and onions. They got all this stuff on it. We call them danger dogs because there's no way they're sanitary. There's no way they're safe. But I'm a senior. It was my last game. I had to do it. And I'm glad I did. I was able to cross off a lot of things off my USC bucket list that night. And thank you so much for this USC team, to the LA Coliseum, for just providing me with just an amazing outlet to just go and enjoy being a college undergraduate student. But with that, your USC Trojans are 10-2, ending the regular season. That's right. They do not have a game this week. They finally get a bye week going into the Pac-12 championship weekend. They will either be playing Washington State or Stanford. It depends on the winner of the apple cut between Washington State and Washington. If Washington State wins that, we get to play them one more time in Santa Clara. Hopefully we can take revenge on Washington State, which is the game I personally want, because us coming off a bye, being healthy, having the game on a regular Saturday evening, I think everything is in favor for us. If we play Stanford, on the other hand, we've already beaten them handily, but so it turns into a revenge game for them. Either way, I still think we were able to pull out the W. We'll get into more details regarding this game next week. But yes, so pay attention to the Apple Cup this upcoming weekend, right after Thanksgiving. This is going to be a big, big game for us. But you know what? Thank you all so much for watching all of these episodes throughout the season. I cannot believe the regular season is over. We go 10-2, which for any other team would be astonishing. Everyone else in the nation would be ecstatic. Only us spoiled USC Trojan fans could ever be disappointed in a 10-2 season going into championship weekend. But thank you all so much for watching this episode. And let's go ahead. Let's close it with this. We're going to go ahead and put on the victory hat. Unfortunately, there were no perfect weekends this year with Notre Dame defeating Navy. Obviously, we defeated UCLA, but that's okay. You know, we took it week by week. There was optimism, there was pride, there was happiness, and all things considered, we've had an amazing season. I can't wait to see the Pac-12 championship game. I can't wait to see whatever bowl game we get into, and I can't wait to say, you know, who we beat next. And you know what? With that, fight on, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye.